Welcome to Genic. In today's video, we're diving into a powerful story, one that can change the way you see life, success, and karma forever. It's the story of a young man who believed that the world was unfair, that success was about cleverness at any cost, and that life often rewarded the wrong people. But a single encounter with a wise monk completely transformed his perspective, revealing a deeper truth about karma, cause and effect, and how we shape our own destiny. We often think of karma as a mystical force that punishes or rewards, but what if karma is actually something more profound? What if it's a mirror reflecting our actions, thoughts, and intentions back at us? This story will challenge the way you think about life's challenges, hardships, and successes. It will show you that karma isn't just about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to respond to what happens. So, let's begin. A village between the mountains. The story of Roby. In a small village nestled between lush green mountains, there lived a young man named Roby. Roby was ambitious, driven, and always searching for ways to get ahead in life. However, he believed that success belonged to the clever, not the honest. He had no problem using deception and exploitation to climb higher. To Roby, life was a game where only the smartest and most ruthless players won. He saw good, hard-working people struggling while dishonest individuals thrived, and he couldn't understand why. One day, as he wandered along the banks of a tranquil river, he noticed a monk sitting in deep meditation beneath a large tree. The monk's face radiated calmness and serenity, a sharp contrast to Roby's restless and anxious mind. Curious, Roby approached and said, "Wise one, you sit here in peace while the world moves forward. What do you gain by doing nothing?" The monk slowly opened his eyes, smiled, and replied, "What do you gain by chasing the world at the expense of your peace?" Roby scoffed, "Peace won't fill my stomach. I work hard to ensure my success, yet life still feels unfair. I see people reaping rewards without putting in the effort I do. Tell me, why does life treat some better than others?" The monk looked at him for a long moment and then said, "Come with me. I will show you the answer." Intrigued, Roby decided to follow. The Three Pots, a lesson in karma. The monk led Roby deep into the forest, where they walked for hours until they arrived at a small clearing. In the center of the clearing, 3 large pots of water were placed over a fire. The monk gestured toward them and said, "Wise one, you sit here in peace while the world moves forward. What do you gain by doing nothing?" The monk slowly opened his eyes, smiled, and replied, "What do you gain by chasing the world at the expense of your peace?" Roby scoffed, "Peace won't fill my stomach. I work hard to ensure my success, yet life still feels unfair. I see people reaping rewards without putting in the effort I do. Tell me, why does life treat some better than others?" The monk looked at him for a long moment and then said, "Come with me. I will show you the answer." Intrigued, Roby decided to follow. The Three Pots, a lesson in karma. The monk led Roby deep into the forest, where they walked for hours until they arrived at a small clearing. In the center of the clearing, 3 large pots of water were placed over a fire. The monk gestured toward them and said, "Look closely." Roby watched as the monk placed 3 different items into the boiling pots: a carrot in the first pot, an egg in the second pot, coffee beans in the third pot. "Now wait," the monk instructed. Roby stood there, puzzled but patient. What was this supposed to prove? After some time, the monk said, "Take them out." Roby removed the carrot. It was soft and mushy, completely changed from its original firmness. Next, he took out the egg. It had hardened inside, its fragile shell now protecting a solid core. Finally, he looked into the third pot. The water had transformed into fragrant coffee, filling the air with an inviting aroma. Still confused, Roby asked, "What does this mean?" The monk smiled and explained, "The boiling water represents life's challenges, its difficulties, hardships, and struggles. The carrot, once strong, became weak. The egg, once fragile, became hard and unyielding. But the coffee beans, they didn't just endure the water, they transformed it into something new and wonderful." Roby's eyes widened as he began to understand. "Karma is not just about what happens to you," the monk continued. "It's about how you respond. If you allow hardships to weaken you, you become like the carrot, once strong, but now broken. If you close yourself off and become bitter, you harden like the egg, shutting out kindness and love. But if you learn, grow, and embrace life's challenges with the right mindset, you can transform any situation, just like the coffee beans changed the water around them." Karma, a mirror of your actions. Roby stood in silent reflection. He had spent years blaming life's unfairness for his struggles, never once considering his own role in shaping his reality. The monk continued, "Karma is not a punishment. It is not a reward. It is a mirror that reflects your actions, intentions, and choices. Every thought you think, every word you speak, and every action you take plants a seed. Some seeds grow into joy, love, and peace. Others grow into suffering, regret, and bitterness. You cannot escape the consequences of your actions, but you can choose what you plant." Roby swallowed hard. He had spent years chasing success at any cost, taking shortcuts, deceiving people, and believing that only the ruthless survived. But now he saw the truth. His own actions had shaped his reality. "If you want to change your life," the monk said softly, "start by changing yourself. The world will reflect what you give to it." The transformation of Roby. From that day forward, Roby was never the same. He stopped cutting corners at the expense of others and instead began treating people with honesty and kindness. He still faced challenges. Life did not suddenly become easy. But instead of resisting difficulties or letting them break him, he embraced them as lessons. Slowly, he transformed, and in doing so, he inspired others around him. Roby often returned to visit the monk, expressing gratitude for the wisdom that had changed his life. The monk never claimed to have done anything special. "The lesson was always within you," the monk would say. "You just had to see it." The truth about karma, a lesson for us. All this story reminds us that karma is not about fate, luck, or punishment. It is about taking responsibility for your actions, thoughts, and responses. You cannot always control what happens to you. Life will challenge you. People may betray you. You may face failures, heartbreak, or loss. But what matters most is how you respond. Will you allow hardships to weaken you, like the carrot? Will you let struggles harden you, like the egg? Or will you transform your challenges into growth, like the coffee beans? The choice is always yours. So, what seeds are you planting in your life? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful life lessons and philosophy videos.